So basically there are four types of testing: manual testing, automation testing, database testing, and API testing. So first we will go by manual testing. So manual testing is nothing but we are checking things manually. I will give you one example so you will get the more clarity. Suppose there is a login page. So in the login page there is a username field, password field, and login button. When you manually suppose there is a username, what things you will check? The username should be unique, and it should have eight characters, and it should be the combination of alphabets and numericals. Okay, so that is nothing but a username. And for password, there at least there should be 10 characters, there should be 5 alphabets, one or two digits, and one, and there at least one special symbol. And so all those things you are checking manually. So there is a username field, password field, and login button. So here there are four scenarios. If you want to log in, there should be the correct username, correct password, and login button. If correct username and invalid password, then it should rejected. Invalid username, invalid password also rejected, and invalid username and valid password also get rejected. So all those things has been tested by the tester. So that is here we are checking the things manually. So that's why we called it as a manual testing. Now let's move on. What is automation testing? So we will take the same example. Okay, suppose there is a login page, and like we have username field, password field, and login button. Okay, suppose you have thousands of record and you have to check in a day. So manually it is not possible. It is possible, but it will take more human efforts, and it will take at least 3-4 resources. But by using automation, once you develop the script, you can do means within 1 or 2 hours, or within a minutes, like depend on the script. So here we do not need to enter records manually. So by using Selenium Java, like you can enter username field, password field, and login button, and you can check thousands of record within time, within means less time. So that's why automation testing is there. So that's all about automation testing. Then there is next term is database testing. You might heard about means what is database. So first we will know what is database. Database is nothing but like where all the records are saving. I will take the same example so you can relate. Okay, we are putting the correct username and correct password, and after clicking the login, then and then only we can log in the we can log in on that page. How the system knows? So all our record. So before login, we will do one thing, that is the registration. In the registration form, we are putting our first name, last name, mobile number, Gmail ID. After that, our username and password username will created, and after that we will confirm the password. Okay, so all those things we have to do. And when we put our username and password and click on login, so like there are thousands of users who can like create their registration and create their login, and database is nothing store all correct username and password in key and value pair format. Your username should be the key and password should be the value. So those all combination has been saved by the database, and if the correct username and correct password is fetched, then and only user can log in. So that is nothing but a database testing. Okay, so now let's move on. So what is so I will explain API testing now. So you will get the more clarity now, like all things you can relate. Okay, so first we will see what is front end. Front end is nothing but whatever things you can see. Suppose there is whatever you can see is nothing but the front end. So you can see username field, password field, and login button. So that is nothing but a front end. And when you are putting your username, password, and login button, and when you click on login, so your database like whatever username and password you have, and database has the same username and password. So how those system like front end, like we call your front end, whatever you can see we can call it as a front end, and database we call it as a back end. So front end is there and back end is there. So how they are communicating? They are communicating through the API, right? I will give one example. Suppose you go to the hotel, okay, and you want to order something. Okay, you want to order biryani. So you can't give direct order to the chef. You will tell the waiter, and waiter will go to the chef, and chef will give the order to the waiter, and waiter bring the food on your table, right? So that's how API will do. API will stand in between the front end and back end. Front like in front like on the front end we are putting our username field, password field. So yeah, what API will do? API will take username and password from the front end, and it will check it in the database like the user is present or not. If the user is not present or invalid password or keyword like username password not matches, then database throw the like database throw the error, and API will give us the message that API will give some error, but on the front end we can see only user is not valid. I think you can relate. You can relate it now.